I'm Dr. Lauren Sparks. I'm a doctorally trained nurse practitioner. I'm also a therapist. Most importantly, I've walked through the fire of erythromelalgia as well as chronic inflammatory response syndrome. I'm here to tell you I have hope for your healing. Lots of it. Today I want to talk about step 1 of the Shoemaker Protocol, which is removal from exposure. And I think this is by far probably the most important video that I will ever make. On a regular basis, I give this spiel to patients, and I want you to understand how important it is to handle step 1 of the Shoemaker Protocol properly so that you can progress along through the additional steps. If we don't get step 1 right, we never leave the ground. I need step 1 right so that I can do the remaining steps and get you well and have you reclaim your vitality. I don't want to beat around the bush. Step 1 is the hardest step of the Shoemaker Protocol. It is frustrating. And I don't want you to shortcut it. I don't want you to get a diagnosis of chronic inflammatory response syndrome, know that your suffering has now likely been caused due to exposure to a water-damaged building, and to run out and hire a local mold inspector and remediator to get started on your home. Let me explain why I don't want you to do that. I want to save you time, energy, and money, and it is heartbreaking to me when I see patients who have spent $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 trying to remediate a home, and it was not done properly, and the patient is actually worse as opposed to better. Let's talk about why that can happen. So as we have discussed before, a patient with CIRS can't see, tag, and remove toxins properly. And so boots on the ground mold inspector and remediator who doesn't understand CIRS will likely come in and open up an area. Let's say there is a wall with water damage. They open that wall up, but they don't use a containment space. They don't use proper techniques. And now they have opened up a Pandora's box into your greater living environment of a mold that was to some extent contained. This can make you sicker. What we need is for you to work with your Shoemaker certified medical provider as well as a CIRS savvy indoor environmental professional. These are often nicknamed IEPs, and they are like the bridge. The IEP is like the bridge between you and the often well-meaning boots on the ground. And they can provide instructions to these boots on the ground on how to create a remediation that's safe for you, how to do that containment space, how to complete a small particle cleaning post-remediation. So you really need that bridge in order to get this step 1 right. I also want to be very clear that you don't want somebody doing testing in your home that would also be remediating your home. That is a conflict of interest. They would profit from that remediation. They would profit from finding a problem in your environment. You also don't want just a simple mold inspector to come in and do testing, which can be quite expensive, but often is inaccurate. There is a time and a place for almost every test out there, but we don't want to assess the safety of your home based on, for instance, air sampling. We want to use evidence-based testing for a chronic inflammatory response syndrome patient. So again, you want to work with your indoor environmental professional to learn what testing is recommended. It's often ERMES, HERTSMES, endotoxin, and actino testing. And this is testing that you can often do yourself. It comes with what looks like a Swiffer cloth, and there are very clear instructions about how to complete this testing. And it can be much more cost-effective and much more evidence-based to complete testing in this manner versus have a local mold inspector come in and complete testing. Don't try to do all of this yourself. I hear heartbreaking stories on the daily. It's really frustrating when time, energy, and resources are wasted and a person is not getting well. Like I said, step 1 is the hardest part, but with the right support, you can get it right and you can progress along in the protocol. And we are training more and more fabulous IEPs on a regular basis. Talk to your CIRS medical provider about what IEP they think may be a good fit, and reach out to that indoor environmental professional. There likely is a wait to see that person, but do not jump the gun. Don't make the rookie mistake so many of us have made and invest money in a local mold inspector. Instead, wait and have that pivotal conversation with your indoor environmental professional before proceeding with anything related to step 1 of the Shoemaker Protocol. If you're benefiting from this channel, please like and subscribe. I'd love for you to add tips or tricks or share your hard-won wisdom. Did you have a failed remediation? Did you jump the gun? If you have a question for me, please post it in the comments below so I can create a video tailored specifically for you. And until next time, take good care, contact an indoor environmental professional, and hold on to hope.